everyone. My name is Vinicio, and I'll be talking about a cultural artifact of mine, which is this jersey, or at least, yeah, the jersey. So, most sports jerseys, at least like here in America, they're kind of just jerseys. They're just not really anything significant about the design. But that's not really true of, say, like a soccer team in Europe, Barcelona, the one that I support. The design of the jersey has, meaning, significance, and history to it, and that is meaning and history that I think has been applied to my life as a fan of this team. Like I said, I've been a fan of this team ever since I was a kid, about like 6 years old, and still to this day. And I think being a fan of this team has taught me like a few like life lessons that I take with me. So today I'll be talking about the jersey, what it represents, what it's taught me, and just like overall my kind of history with this team. So the jersey, as you can see, it's a blue and red stripe design with then these little red and yellow stripes on the back. So blue and red stripes, there's a lot of like debate about where they really come from, but the most like accepted theory is that they come from two brothers, Ernest and Frederick Whitty. They were from England. This is a team from Spain. So, they got the colors from a rugby team that they played for when they were kids. So already that kind of shows one of the values of this team, which is like, acceptance of others, because, foreigners designed this jersey and made it what it was. Another theory is that the club founder, Jean Gumpet, he got it from a team that he once played for in Switzerland. But the idea is still the same. It's the design comes from other people. And that's one of the biggest values of this club, because they are a club from Catalonia, which is a region of Spain. It's a minority region. They have like their own issues, their own culture, their own language, and like a fight for independence from Spain. So they themselves are like outsiders. And speaking of that, another value is Catalan pride. The red and yellow stripes are the colors of the Catalan flag, and like I said, they have their own identity, which is something they carry proudly. You can even see it on the emblem of the team right here, the blue, or the red and yellow. So like I said, the jersey itself represents two of the club's most, important values, like being accepting and, having pride. So like I said, being a fan of this team my whole life, it's kind of taught me lessons that I've taken with me. So I became a fan of this team through my dad. He would watch it on the he would watch their games on the TV all the time. At first I wasn't really interested, but I was like 6 years old with nothing better to do, so I would just watch the games with him. But then over time, I kind of did become a fan of the team, and I still am to this day. So, like I said, the values that this team has kind of, I believe, translated to my life. So, like I said, one of the values they value most is, their pride as Catalans, like minorities in Spain. And, they're always like the underdogs, essentially. Like, even though they are a big team, often they're kind of viewed, as the underdogs when they play. But still, time and time again, they prevail. They, get it done. Like last season, they were expected to have one of their worst in recent memories. They ended up having one of their best ever. And that's kind of like taught me as a like a Latino living in America, the son of immigrants, that no task is too big. I can do this. So that's kind of taught me like resilience and grit, because that's something that matters to me, something I feel like I need as I try to navigate through life, try to be successful and all that. So yeah, like I said, I became a fan of this club because of my dad, and it's taught me lessons about life, really, that I still take with me. So, like I said, this jersey is more than just a jersey. You know, it's got history and meaning behind it. And as a fan of this club, it's taught me lots of lessons about life and who I want to be.